Okay, so we rearranged the bed frame where this is now in front of the backside. It's not bolted back together yet. We've got the wheel arch chop out now here because we're going to end up putting the drawer here. But the reason why we did this is so that this plastic piece is now moved inward. And again, this is a Casper King bed frame. I had to chop that side there shorter. I probably didn't need to chop it that short, but I chopped that shorter because it was too long to fit back there. Anyhow, right now the longest piece is right here. That's the one defining how long it is. If I wanted to make it a little thinner, I'd chop that down a little bit, which I might do. Haven't decided yet. But anyhow, right now the big thing is we're going to put the battery back here. And to do that, what we're going to do is we're going to drill a little tiny pilot hole up through the floor and put a little thin screw up through the floor to make sure we're in the right spot. And you say, well, what happens if you're not in the right spot? Well, then we put a little thin bolt and a little nut on there to seal it off, or a little rivet or whatever. There's already holes in the floor. That goes to the ground. You can see the pavement underneath through that hole once we took this step off. So there's already plenty of holes I found out in the floor that go down through the pavement that are already plugged. So I'm not doing anything that's not already done. But regardless, put the little pilot hole screw up, make sure we're in the right spot. Then we'll use these pretty heavy duty L's. They have I have some thinner ones as well, but these here are you can see they're pretty heavy duty. And basically these line up with, see these little bolt holes around the bottom of the voltgo battery. So you mount the bottom of the voltgo to these, but we're going to roll the rubber up. The rubber that's on the floor, we'll peel that back, roll it up. But first I want to orient it in the right spot and drill the holes in the right spot. Then we'll put this down on the metal. Then we'll make a slice. I think this is how I'm going to do it. I could do it the other way. I could just run bolts up through the rubber and mount this to the floor and have this exposed. But what I was thinking about doing was, you know what, that might be how I do it. I was thinking about putting this on the metal on the ground and then putting the rubber back down and making a slice through the rubber so that this sticks up through the rubber. And then that way the battery is viced down against the rubber to this thing. But maybe I'll just sit this on top of the rubber and pull this down against the rubber that way. I don't know yet. That's why I'm kind of just up in the air. That's why I haven't screwed any of this back together yet. Ultimately, this bed needs to be just as high to clear the voltgo battery. And ultimately, so I know one voltgo will fit there in width. Ironically, there's just enough room to fit 2 voltgos side by side, the long way. But I don't know with the plastic there that I'm going to be able to do that. These plastic corners, I don't know that that's going to work. Maybe 1 voltgo is exposed, and maybe if I end up getting a second one, it'll just go, I don't know. I could put it on this side maybe, but not expose it all the way. Just keep it underneath the bed hidden and not expose it, and then just do the connection cables to the two. I don't know, like where the drill is, sit it here and have the other one exposed. But anyway, I have the one exposed so you can get to the ports real easy. So the ports are going to stick out, the back a little bit here, a few inches. And then I'm going to have a board with a hinge coated with a real big thick piece of rubber on the bottom that flaps down on top of those ports so that it's both padded and insulative. Wood is an insulator, rubber is insulator. So that pops down on there. That way, if you end up stepping on there, or whatever it is you do, or something falls on there or whatever, you don't have a short circuit. That the insulator is there to protect it. And it's just going to be on a simple hinge that flips up and flips down. That's the plan anyhow. So anyway, just giving you an update here what I'm doing. See ya.